times ago, I was having a conversation with a friend, and he was talking about how he felt like the prophet of God or the pastors of God are using the church as a means of business, in ways they extort money from the congregations and all that. And that was basically it. And I know that he is not the only one that have such perspective of Christians and all that. I was reading my Bible sometimes ago and I came across a particular verse in the Bible. I think I've always known this, but like seeing it in the Bible also like reinforces what I have actually known. So and it says in Romans 2:24, if I'm not mistaken, it says the way you behave. I'm not sure I'm gonna put it forward for word, but this is exactly what I read. And it says that the name of the Lord is blasphemed among the Gentiles because of you. You are the one that is carrying God on your head. You are the one that believes in God. If you go around saying you're a child of God and doing things in the way of God, people observe the Christ-like behavior in you. People start to see your attributes and they start to think within themselves, oh, truly she is a child of God. Truly he is a child of God. But imagine putting God on your head and you're doing things that are not of Christ-like in the aspect of your attitude, your characters, the way you speak. How do you want to convince people that you have Christ? There's one question I have always asked myself, even though I don't constantly remember to ask myself, which is what would Jesus do in this situation? The way when you come into Christ, you start acting Christ like, in the sense that you start exhibiting the fruit of the Holy Spirit, patience, love, kindness, meekness, and all that. But you can't be in a relationship with God and still be behaving wrongly. I am not saying that you have to be perfect, no. You have to come as you are to God, regardless of how you are, if you sin or not. But there is one thing I know, which is if you stay in a relationship with God for a long time, sooner or later you start acting like Christ. God is kind, Jesus is meek, Jesus is patient. You start having such attributes. You start becoming slow to anger. As a Christian, we should never allow other people to see us and then say, I don't want to go to her because she's so judgmental, or I don't want to go to her because she'll make me feel like I'm a sinner. I don't want to go to her because she'll make me feel less of a person. This is something Jesus will never do. So I believe that if at all we are Christian at putting Christ in our on our head and all that, the best thing we can actually do is to do things in the way that Jesus would do. Do things in the way that Jesus would do in order to lead people to Christ. Our behavior is actually what people are seeing. If you are behaving in a way that is not right, as Christian, our main thing is that we should never ever, I'm not saying you should fake your attitude or your character just to be more pleasing or to be more, accommodated so you can lead people to Christ. I am saying that we should behave in the way that Jesus would. People are observing us, and whether we like it or not, it gives them an impression of whether they should follow Christ or not. You hear testimonies here and there, and it makes you realize, there is God. You see the way people react to certain things, and you're like, this is God in this person's life. We as Christians should not be judgmental. We should not actually be doing things that will make other people to start looking down on the Christ we serve. I am not saying that we need to feign our behavior or pretend to be nice or something. I'm saying that our relationship with God should define or refine us. If naturally you are a person who gets angry, it's fine. But coming to Christ, I believe, would actually quench our anger or subdue it or give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of a better way to communicate or express ourselves instead of lashing out to people or instead of expressing our anger in a way that is wrong. Remember this, Christians. The way we behave causes other people to blaspheme the name of the Lord. And sometimes it might not even be our behavior. People are just like that. But like this could be another reason why people might not think they want to follow God. This could be another reason people might feel like, oh, I don't want to think I want to follow our God because of the way she behaves. I mean, I hope this video helps you to see and check within yourself if you are acting right or not. And if you feel like if you're in any position where you are behaving or you want to make a decision, I don't want you to think about what other people are thinking actually of you, but rather to ask yourself this question: what would Jesus do? What is God thinking of me right now? It's a relationship between you and God, not between you and other people who are whether contemplating to follow God or not. That is none of your business. And there's one thing I know is that when you come into Christ, you start exhibiting the fruit of the Holy Spirit. That one is something that happens gradually and naturally. Anyways, I hope this video really encourages you to check within yourself I hope this video encourages you to ask this question: what would Jesus do before taking an action? Remember, it's a relationship between you and God, not between you and people. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and see you in my next video. Bye for now.